russosbrand.com, where the pros are the pros. Bro, we know by watching these shows, okay, the WWE will drag things on and on and on and on and on and on months and years after they don't mean shit anymore. I'll give you two examples off the top of my head. The freaking Judgment Day was done when Rhea Ripley and freaking Damian Priest left. It was over. Nope, we still got the Judgment Day. We still got the Clubhouse. We still got the same bullshit. The freaking Samoans with the bloodline and, okay, bro, we put bozo makeup on them. Now they're Samoan dash clowns. We've done that to death. So my point is, bro, they ain't going to prematurely end anything because they desperately need content. They're not freaking creative. So when they have something, they're going to beat it to the ground. So when I started getting all these comments yesterday, oh, Vince, breaking up the vision. Don't you think it's too soon? Why would the WWE do that? It's too soon. You are absolutely right, bro. That would have went on forever and ever and ever. But guys, here's what I honestly think happened, Ben and Stevie. Seriously, when you look at the WWE, bro, we say this all the time. There was nobody for Seth to work with. Who was Seth going to work with next? He just had the match with Cody. We've done CM Punk to death. Who was he go? They're not building anybody. So there was no place for this guy to go. Oh, guess what? Even though this makes absolutely zero sense, now Seth Rollins has two new opponents. And bro, when you're making decisions like that, because you aren't preparing, readying, writing, producing people for your champions to be bro, Seth Rollins is a champion. This would have been the equivalent of Bruno didn't have an opponent. Hulk didn't have an opponent. Austin didn't have an opponent. They don't even have opponents for their top freaking guys. That's the only reason that could make sense to me. Then a lot of people are trying to say, oh, Vince, it's probably a swerve. It's probably a swerve. Bro, you know what? I hope it's not a swerve because freaking Reed gave him the tsunami. Remember, bro, Bronson Reed put freaking Seth out with the tsunamis. So if this is a work, he's going to take a tsunami. No, bro. If it's a work, you're going to take a people's elbow. You're not going to take that move. But again, nothing they do makes any sense whatsoever. So if this was a swerve, they're going to expect us to forget the fact that he took the tsunami. But Ben, other than Seth needs opponents, why in the world would you do this?
Well, I mean, Braun Breaker does have a lot more money written on him than where the spot that he's in, and maybe they're wising up to that, and they need to break him out, and that's a way to do business. But how we set it up last week has the reactions made no sense. Last week we had a vignette with Paul Heyman questioning Seth Rollins as the visionary, and I'm going to have to rethink if things don't go our way. This week, that's the Jedi mind shit, because now Braun Breaker is the mastermind, where it was Paul Heyman last week, because Braun Breaker's going, you're either with me or against me, George Bush, and puts it up to Heyman and to his tag partner to make the choice there in the ring. No, the whole thing should have looked like out of nowhere, and then they all look at each other and were in on it, that it was a plan, not the in-ring of I made this choice and now you're with me. So from 1 week, the movie we were watching to set things up makes no sense in the beat where the action happens. And because Heyman was shocked where what has just happened? He set that up last week. Why is he shocked by it? He should be the one pulling the strings on this, not making the choice in ring. So this is very much a John Cena. Oh, you were heel last week, but on SmackDown, here's one promo. They won't forget about it. Men in Black flashy thing. And they weren't coming out of WrestleMania going, we're going to make the vision. And then around October, we're going to have Braun or Breaker turn on him out of nowhere. Because where does this leave Seth? He was just standing over Punk going, you're never going to be champion. And then the heels turn on the heel. So is he a babyface while he was healing on somebody? He didn't make any babyface choice of good versus evil pathway. His underlings just turned on him. So now he's
about his wife.
Yeah. Yeah. So now he's a heel in the wind. Whatever happens, like you go walk out of the stadium, get hit by a bus, everyone should go,
Well, I mean, after the fake knee injury, and now if he really is injured, it's like, oh, we'll be fine. Now Seth is in the worst spot you could be in after he surpassed Paul Orndorff's babyface heel turn record by 1,000.
Yeah.
You know what he has right now? We hated you. We loved you. We hated you. We loved you. We hated you. And now we're like, whatever.
This is the end of the boy who cried wolf, right? Like when the wolf really comes to eat you, which is the darkness of having no creative for you. Everyone's like, let the kid
I'm telling you right now, you know what they're going to do? Because they did it at the end of the show before they turned on him. He's going to be over as a babyface because the people sing his song on the entrance.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. And Ben and Stevie, there's a couple more layers to that too, Ben. Like that, bro. Again, listen, it's this simple, bro. I'm telling you guys, it's this simple. The guys making the creative decisions are not qualified. They're just not. That's why you're getting shit.
So
they're not qualified.
You're saying God is not qualified to write SmackDown.
So, yeah. Ben, first of all, Hamin gives him that speech, right? Before Crown Jewel, right? Bro, Rollins went over. He won. So there's at that point, there's no issue. He won. What is the issue? What beef does Hamin have with them if he won? Okay, that's number one. Number two, Ben, you set this up where it was Bron first. Bron's got the title. Now you're looking at Bronson Reed. Now you've made Bronson Reed off the bat subservient to Bron Breakker. Right. Off the bat. If I'm Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker is standing there with the belt, clearly I want the belt. I want to be champion. Are you with me? Why would I want to be with you if you want to be the champion? I want to be the champion. What they should have done, where now you've got meat on the bone, is freaking Breakker does that to Seth Rollins. Then he goes to freaking Bronson Reed. Bronson now is in a subservient position like, oh, okay, bro, so I'm answering to you now. Bro, they should have had Bronson Reed lay out Bron Breakker because they both want the title. The wrestling, Stevie, used to always be about the title. That's what everything is about. Everybody is in that company because they want the title. The title signifies money and power, and you're the top guy, and you're calling the shots. That's what everything revolves around. So why wouldn't Bronson Reed say, F you, I want the title. Now you're tuning into next week where Steiner laid out Seth and Reed lays out Steiner. Now you've got me interested in at least, okay, where are you going to go with this?
Yeah, the funny thing is about the TV shows, they don't even make mention of what Paul really does in real life, attaching himself to keep himself relevant and over. Like,